All right, you've heard by now, President Trump is putting a 145% tariff on nearly all goods coming in to the United States from China, and that is going to very much affect you and your daily life. The New York Times recently analyzed what your home could look like without Chinese products and which common goods could soon see dramatic price increases or shortages. And in short, it's a lot. In fact, in some cases, for certain things in your home, it's very difficult to find a cost-effective option that isn't Chinese manufactured. And you know who's really cursing those tariffs right about now? Our old friend Betty. Betty, as you know, is a busy working mother of a high schooler named Bobby. We mentioned last time we visited with Betty that she's planning on buying a new home or renovating her existing one. Now, things are tight, so Betty is trying to eat in. She's brushing up on her home cooking, and she wants to equip her new kitchen, starting with a new set of chef's knives, 82% of which are imported from China. Her son Bobby is in his fitness stage, all about making gains in the gym. Unfortunately, he made one too many protein shakes and broke the blender. China manufactures 83% of America's blenders, so that's going to cost her dearly. Thanks, Bobby. How about warming up something simple in the toaster or the microwave? 99% of toasters and 90% of microwaves sold in America come from China. All right, Bobby is also an avid video gamer. Betty's praying that Bobby doesn't ask for a new device to play his latest games because 86% of video game consoles sold in America are made in China, as are 78% of all computer monitors. Let's hope Bobby's a fan of the classics because Betty thinks she can dig out her Nintendo 64 from the depths of her closet. Summer's right around the corner. Betty's looking forward to hosting a 4th of July party. No summer barbecue is complete without hot dogs and hamburgers, which Betty's going to need to grill, but purchasing a new charcoal grill might be out of the question. 96% of charcoal grills are imported from China. Betty's party guests better bring their sunscreen and floppy hats, too, because 98% of backyard umbrellas also come from China. Bobby and his friends won't be setting any fireworks off either because 99% of consumer fireworks come from China. Betty's actually relieved about this news because she doesn't much like the idea of Bobby playing with fireworks. All right, how about in the self-care and appearance department? Those makeup brushes Betty uses for her makeup, 82% imported from China. A comb for her hair, 91% imported from China. A hairdryer, 71% come from China. Now, as we know, Betty's idea of relaxing often involves an end-of-day glass of wine and a good night's sleep. She can get cozy under the blankets, 82% of which are imported from China. She can rest her head on a pillow, 64% of which are imported from China. And she can switch off that lamp, of which 73% come from China. She's going to wake up in the morning to an alarm clock, one of the 99% that are imported from China. Or maybe she'll set an alarm on her smartphone. According to estimates, about 70 to 80% of those are made in China. Hopefully she gets a good night's sleep because the cost of furnishing this new home in the wake of Trump's tariff is going to feel a whole lot like a bad dream, except it's real.